Hello, I'm Vern Jackson with the Black Progressionist Movement, here with another quick message for the black community. I want to talk to you guys today for just a few minutes about the prison industrial complex. Members of the black community may look around sometimes and think, wow, so many of our young black males are incarcerated. So many of our dads, little brothers, uncles are behind bars. If you went to a black inner city high school like I did, you might sit down sometimes and think back about your graduating class and say, wow, many of the black males that I graduated with are now incarcerated. And you may wonder why this is so. Well, some groups will tell you, hey, blacks are just more violent, they're more prone to commit crimes, that's why there's more of them in jail. That's a lie. You can look at the events that just transpired in Colorado and Wisconsin. You can even look back at what happened at Virginia Tech and see that members of all racial groups commit violent crimes. Blacks are no more prone to violence or criminal acts than any other racial group. Some will tell you, well, blacks are just more prone to dealing drugs and use drugs, and this is the reason there's more of them behind bars. That also is a lie. I attended a nearly all-white university, 95% white, and on that campus, there was drugs of every sort and drugs in abundance. Yet there were no police kicking down doors and no SWAT teams busting through windows to load up college students and take them to jail. That shows you it's not really about the drugs. In fact, the entire drug war is nothing but a big hoax, considering that America now incarcerates more citizens for drug crimes than any other country in the world, yet we still consume more cocaine than any other country in the world. Yes, America is number one. So it's not that blacks are just more criminal or blacks just use and deal in drugs more. That's not what it's about. So then the question becomes, well, why are so many of our young black males behind bars? The answer, the prison industrial complex. It is a vast array of profit-seeking and racist forces that cause America to incarcerate more of its citizens than any other country on earth, a disproportionate amount of which are black or brown, and normally from poor families and poor black backgrounds. Okay? In other words, it's not about who's good and who's evil. It's all about the money. All right? It's all about the money. In America today, there are enormous private corporations that own and operate prisons, and they receive money based on the number of inmates they have. This means that in order for these companies to make a profit, they must have inmates. Who make good inmates? Normally, it's people from poor areas that are black and brown. That's who they come for, and that's who they incarcerate. And they make billions of dollars. In fact, you can buy stock in one of these companies. They're traded on the stock market. Even in state-owned prison facilities, private companies come in, hire the inmates, and get them to perform tedious work for the lowest wages you'll find on the planet. I'm talking 50 cents a day. The cheapest labor you can get outside of slavery. But that's been declared unconstitutional. So, it's all about the money. Prisons are now a big business, and in order to have profitable prisons, you must have inmates, regardless of if crime is high or if crime is low. In fact, in the 80s, the American prison population more than quadrupled, and crime rates have never quadrupled. So it's not about the crime, it's all about the money. So let's get this clear. America now incarcerates over 2.3 million citizens. That's more than any country in the world. Almost 50% of these citizens are African American, despite the fact that African Americans only make up about 12% of the U.S. population. Let's get it clear. A black male is more than 6 times as likely to be incarcerated as a white male. And in some states, it's as high as 13 times as likely. So it's not about the crime. It's not about the drugs. It's about the money. All right? So we have to be careful to teach and train our young black men that they have to be very careful in everything that they do, because this society has made a choice that it's more convenient and more profitable for young black men to be in prison cells than in college lecture halls. We must train and warn our black men not to make it easy for this system to do what it's designed to do. Okay? This is just a short message. You have to go and verify what I said, but do your own research and you'll see that it's all factual. It's all about the money. Done.